All the lights are on in my neighborhood. There's my little house right there with its lights on. We're gonna roast a chicken today in my new house. The reason we're gonna roast a chicken is because it's one of those things that is easy to do. Everybody gets intimidated by it, and I get to show you how to use several different things that you should have in your house.
Chicken sisters, Miss Broiler, Miss Fryer, Miss Roaster, Miss Caponette, Miss Stewart, and old Madam Hen. But we're spotlighting Miss Roaster of the Year, measuring in at 14, 15, 14. We're roasting Miss Chicken today on the French Chef.
There are a lot of people who say, don't wash the chicken. Wouldn't that mean you're eating dead chicken juice? Look at that. I'm not eating dead chicken juice. And they say don't wash the chicken because the chicken juice will end up all over your counter. Well, how's this for an idea? Wash the counter after you wash the chicken. So this chicken's going to get a chicken bath. Then a bath. Everybody would rather have a shower than a bath. And wouldn't this be a good time to remove the part of the chicken that I also don't want? Which brings me to one of the tools you need to have in your kitchen is a good knife. If you do not have a good knife, I can't help you. Go buy one. I can't help you. This one happens to be a Hinkle's 8-inch chef's knife. What? See how it goes through the chicken like that? That's what. Then there was the time they thought they were going to enforce prohibition in my neighborhood. That worked out very well during the daytime. So I want this chicken dry. The reason it has to be dry is because I don't want a steamed chicken, I want a roasted chicken. So this is not the time to go cheap with drying towels, drying chicken. There's my point about drying the chicken on the inside with the paper towels. This is all gonna go. I have a gas stove, and so I'm going to set this oven temperature for 400 degrees. And I'm going to put my oven thermometer in it. You don't have to spend a lot on an oven thermometer, but not a cheap one. Come on, man. Spring the $8 or $10. So I have a mortar and pestle. I like to use whole black. How much whole black peppers do you use? I heard that, Carol Wedgwood. You use as many black peppers as you're going to use. That's how many? It doesn't matter. You can't go wrong here. How about this stuff? Some Himalayan pink salt. It doesn't have to be this fancy stuff. I found it on sale. But if you had some good sea salt or kosher salt would be good enough. And then I am going to put rosemary because I happen to like rosemary and I like it a lot. And so I'm going to put all that together in the mortar and pestle. And that's what happened after I mortal and pestilize. That's what happened after I mortar and pestled it. Look, some people are all about, oh, it has to be finely ground. Whatever. You can't get this wrong. There's no wrong way to do it. I happen to like it less finely ground. Some of the salt will then dissolve. What if some of it doesn't? What if you bite into your chicken piece and you get a burst of pepper or a burst of salt or a burst of rosemary? Well, aren't you the lucky one? So you just take this and rub it on the chicken. There's no wrong way to do this. I'm even going to lift up some parts of it here that should have been left private, and I'll just put it right in there by the chicken breast. I'm going to put some oven at 400 and ready to roll, which brings me to the next item in your kitchen. Look how pretty that is. Ha 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 ha. That is my big old enamel Dutch oven. Ha 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 ha. You want to have a big heavy pot like that in your kitchen. You do not have to spend $350 on a La Crusette pot. I think I got this one on Amazon Basics for like $70. But if you take good care of them, somebody's going to inherit them. And I know who that somebody is. So here we got our little chickadee ready to go. And our pot that makes a lot of noise. And my chickadee is ready to go. What's this got to do with it? Just watch. It's going in the bottom of the pot. Why? Because I don't want the chicken on the bottom of the pot. Otherwise it would be stewed. And I don't want stewed chicken. So I don't want the chicken on the bottom of the pot. Big secret there. I put this upside down saucer to take place on the bottom of the pot and put the chicken. Look at how lovely that is. Nothing but having this little bit of a broth underneath that plate. When the juice comes out of the chicken, is going to make chicken gravy later. This chicken is going in the oven. It's a big chicken, so it's going in the oven for about 2 hours. I got the since I'm without you, you left me all alone. And what else can I do? I turned in my recipe book to distract me from you. And now I'm singing the roast chicken. This has now been 2 hours. Lovely. The legs are loose like that, see, meaning cooked. But whatever else happens, that brings me to the other piece of equipment that you don't need one until you need one, and it is a meat thermometer. Again, don't go cheap. What are you going to have the wrong temperature on the meat? but it's less than $10. And set the meat thermometer, and whatever else happens, if that chicken is less in its fattest part, namely up here in the good piece of the breast, if it is less than 165 degrees, you're going to kill people. Aha! And it happens to be 174, which means that chicken is good and done and ready to go out.
Beautiful in the sights. Give them a hand, everybody. All the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of all the people passing by. I see friendship hands, and how do you do? What they really saying? Everybody sing. I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch the world and learn much more. Now I never know. I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Good evening, everybody. Oh, yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful world.